I have finally finished planting our raised beds for the year, so I thought I'd give you a walkabout and show you what we've got going and growing, and maybe it will inspire you. I learned a lot last year. Last year was our first year with these raised beds, which we love. These are Vego, V-E-G-O beds. I don't get paid to say that, we just love them. They worked beautifully for us. But a couple of things I didn't plant this year that I planted last year. I experimented last year, like I planted cauliflower, one plant. I won't do that again. Why? Because one plant takes up a ton of space, and I got one head of cauliflower. And then I went to the farmer's market, and there was a farmer selling heads of cauliflower for $2 a piece that looked way better than the one I grew. And I thought, well, I'm not doing that again. I just would rather support my local farmer when it comes to the cauliflower. The other thing, I'm not planting this year. I'm not planting anything in the squash family. Last year I had an eggcorn squash. I had zucchini, didn't do very well. I had yellow summer squash, which actually did do pretty well. But the squash plants take up a ton of room, and I even tried to kind of trellis them up, and still it took up a lot of space without a lot of yield. And everybody has zucchini they want to get rid of in the summer, so why don't I just take theirs? So I focus the gardens on tomatoes. I've got a number of plants, different varieties, peppers, some hot peppers, some mild peppers, we love peppers, cucumbers, greens, kale, what else do I have there? Kale and, anyway, lettuce, and radishes. So basically I'm growing a salad raised bed garden, everything we love to have in salads. The interesting thing that happened is that last year I put in 3 strawberry plants. Look behind me. So I guess I didn't think about it, but the strawberry plants stayed healthy all winter, and then in the spring just came back like vigorous and have grown like crazy, and we have so many strawberries right now. It is the coolest thing. So the strawberries have pretty much taken over half of one of the beds. I'm just gonna let them go and grow, and I've planted some other plants kind of in among the strawberry plants. So we'll see after they're done fruiting whether I leave them or cut them back. I don't know, but I was kind of delighted with that. But just so you know, if you plant strawberries, they're probably gonna spread. All right, so let me give you a walkabout and show you what's going on. Thanks for hanging out with me. And you may actually catch, we've got this little chipmunk who's been eating the strawberries. I know. What are you gonna do? All right, let's go. So in this first bed, I have peppers, jalapeno, habanero, a number of varieties of peppers. I've got a few marigolds in here. And then I've got some tomatoes going. Peppers, tomatoes. And then here, I did this last year, it worked really well. I've got cukes that I will kind of trellis up here. And what I'll do as they start to grow is I'll tie some string to help give them something to hold on to. So that's that. Now, this year, I'm experimenting with these twisty things. You know, historically, I've always used those tomato cages, but I want to see if I can kind of train these up. And if the tomatoes go higher than that, then I may have to add on. But I think they look pretty cool. We'll see how that does. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. I'll keep you posted. Okay, then we get over here to the strawberry patch. I mean, are you kidding me right now? Look at this. So many the strawberries are so cool. They're everywhere. And so here you can see I put my cucumber plants in amongst them, and they're doing really well. But I've got all these strawberries. Isn't that neat? And then I tucked in a tomato. I tucked in another tomato and another tomato. And then in here, I put in some radish seeds, and I just planted those like 5 days ago, and they're already coming up. And I did that in the other bed too. I forgot to show you. And then we've got some kale. Oh, Swiss chard. That's what it is. And more strawberries going and growing. Look at that. Pretty cool. I want to show you over here the radishes. So I just took my finger and went boom, 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 and sprinkled in some radish seeds, and they're starting to come up. And also, you won't see it yet, but around the edges of both beds, I've got nasturtium seeds in there. So we should have some beautiful, oh, there's one popping up right now. There it is, some nasturtium is coming up, yay! Oh, there's one, cool. And there's some more radishes coming up. There we go. So that is it so far. I'll show you the view from here. You can see all of that going on. And then up here I have my little fishy hanging. Back up. Kind of neat. So, there we go. There are 2 beds. Going and growing. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you want to follow the progress of our raised beds this year, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'll give you updates. It's gonna be interesting to see how those tomatoes work on the twisty things, and what I end up doing with the strawberries, and how all of it. It's gonna be fun to watch. Isn't that the best part? So I hope to see you here again.